Our most recent session covered the graveyard of hobbies, the biology of quitting, and a plan for building that perseverance muscle, the part of your brain that allows you to endure in challenging situations. But you are aware that for some of you, another, more complex difficulty has arisen. What happens if you have no trouble persevering? What if the problem is that you want to stick with too many things? You see a dozen possible pathways in your life, and each one feels like an extension of you. You are immobilized by the decision rather than fearful of the effort. This is the difficulty with standard scanners. I could do anything if I only knew what it was encapsulates it wonderfully. You are also known as a dilettante in society, a so-called jack of all trades, but a master of none persona. That label elicits a significant lot of worry. It may appear like your most valuable asset. Your greatest professional liability is your curiosity. We are going to destroy that fear today. We'll look at the geometry of a successful career and chart a course for those of us who were unmeant to be one thing. First, we must understand why outmoded job advice may appear to be a trap. For almost a century, the expert has been praised around the world. Society was like a chessboard, with predictable outcomes. The way to success was to delve thoroughly into a single, small topic, and the rules were straightforward. This is what psychologists call a kind learning environment because it promotes repetition. This is the universe of the individual who has shaped themselves. The expert with a single deep foundation of knowledge. But that's no longer the world we live in, is it? Today's world is a wicked learning environment in which rules are constantly changing. Feedback is delayed, and patterns are not immediately obvious. Consider the difference between a firefighter and a golfer. A golfer works in a kind workplace where the rules are consistent and feedback is provided immediately. A fireman works in a wicked environment where each situation is unique. Their specific knowledge may not be applicable in a wicked world where the laws are unknown. There may be blind spots for hyper-specialists. To be clear, we need expertise. Their wide knowledge is quite valuable. The problem isn't that the specialized approach is inappropriate. When it is considered as the only option, this becomes problematic. People like you feel like failures when the same standard is applied to everyone, when your brain was just made for a different type of environment. You must begin to think in terms of shapes rather than job titles in order to develop a career that matches your brain. The expert is the I-shaped individual. The dash-shaped human is the inverse. An inch deep, a mile broad. Many of us slip into this trap, knowing a little bit about everything but lacking a strong basis. There are various shapes, but the lack of depth gives you the impression that you have nothing to stand on, which produces a great deal of anxiety. For someone like you, the M-shaped professional or polymath is the best option. Consider it like this. Perhaps data science is one of your strong suits. It's what pays the bills. However, narrative is the second leg. You investigate deeply as well, and your horizontal bar represents your interest in psychology, design, and history. You're no longer just a distracted data scientist now. It is unusual for someone to be able to weave complex information into a compelling story that a CEO can actually understand. That combo is worthwhile. Far transfer is the tool that a polymath uses to do this. A specialist makes use of near transfer using a talent to resolve a very similar problem, however. A polymath uses far transfer. They adapt the essential structure they perceive in one field to another very unrelated one. Someone who understands the branching pattern of a tree-S root system may be able to better organize a company as when a musician who understands harmony and counterpoint examines a piece of software code. They may discover a more elegant method to structure it. That is called far transfer. It has the ability to see beyond the notes and all the seemingly unconnected hobbies you've acquired over the years. They comprise the same set of metaphors you will employ to manufacture these types of revolutionary breakthroughs. What exactly is the process of developing an M-shaped life? It calls for a different strategy. Serial mastery comes first. The shallow dust shape is the result of not completing all of the pillars at once. You must focus on one pillar for a period of 6 to 18 months. The essential thing now is which to select first. The dread surrounding this decision paralyzes the majority of scanners. Reducing the stakes is critical. You are simply making decisions for the current season, not for the rest of your life. The first pillar that provides the most solidity is typically the best one, the one with the most zest and vigor at the moment, or the one with the potential to become the good enough job. We will discuss choose one and allow yourself to completely focus on it. You strengthen one leg till it is powerful, until you believe you have understood the crucial 80% of it. This does not mean you must be an expert in your subject. It simply means that you are capable of handling the majority of common situations without checking the instruction manual. When your curiosity in that field is temporarily satiated, you make a conscious decision. This is not quitting like a dabbler. This is strategic quitting, running away from the misery. It is a graduation. You are intentionally selecting to begin developing your next pillar. This necessitates an additional technique. Having a day job that provides security without draining all of your cognitive resources can be a wise move if your mind is naturally inclined to inquiry. Many of the most famous polymaths, including Einstein, accomplished this. His profession as a patent clerk provided him with a consistent atmosphere in which to study the universe. Your day job may need to be reframed. It extends beyond the salary. It's a tactical advantage. Working at a low-drain job allows you to conserve your most valuable resource. Your mental energy can be used to build your other pillars. An passionate passion. A high-stress job may appear fascinating. However, if it consumes all of your energy, there will be none left for the research that your brain craves. A system is the last component. Because, let us be truthful, the brain of a scanner generates more ideas than it can possibly keep. Your brain functions as a factory, producing a large number of ideas. However, your working memory operates similarly to a little workstation. New ideas cannot be generated if completed ones are left on the bench. Keeping everything in your thoughts is a certain way to feel overwhelmed. As a result, you require an external spot to document your fleeting interests. Niklas Luhmann, a renowned sociologist, wrote almost 70 books. His secret was the Zettelkasten system. Instead of attempting to write a full book at once, he merely jotted down one thought on a small index card and linked it to another that was related. These contacts grew over time into a massive network of information that effectively created the books for him. After a week of being charmed by medieval architecture, take notes and organize them into an easy system, similar to Obsidian and Notion. After the fixation is past, you will not feel awful about letting it go. In 3 years, when working on a web design project, you might run across those old notes and see that the structure of a cathedral is identical to the structure of this website. This is a great moment, but it will only happen if you capture the facts so you can make the link later. Now, let's put everything together. You are a scanner, not a dabbler with no grit, a prospective polymath. The stable world of an expert is not what your brain was designed for. It is meant to act as a bridge between different knowledge disciplines. Even if mastery takes time and this path isn't always easy, having a mental map makes you feel more at peace. The guilt begins to lessen, replaced with a peaceful assurance. Select the first pillar. Concentrate on building it. Make use of your work as a dependable platform. Instead of a cage, design an external mechanism to contain your insatiable curiosity. You are meant to be the person who grasped the links between things, not just an expert in one field. And I've created a brand new, free PDF guide called the Polymath Field Guide to help you get started. It provides a simple framework for identifying your interests and developing an M-shaped career plan. You can get it by following the link in the description. Now, if you're thinking, my problem isn't that I have too many interests. Think again. My problem is that I give up as soon as things get difficult. That's completely acceptable. That just signifies that you are at a different point in the process. I recommend that you start by watching our earlier video. It will give you the means to build that initial foundational muscle. Here's where you can click in. I appreciate you viewing and hope you find anything useful to try. And I will see you in the next one.